Yeah, I think it's helped too to have more practice time. Just getting into drilling and repping and going through this stuff in practice, so it can carry over into games. But we're not. We know that there's still stuff we need to improve on. We're not complacent with this game. We don't think like, oh, we figured it out now. No, I think this is a step in the right direction. There's still a lot of things we need to work on. But to perform like this, and yes, it felt like we had more of a flow on offense, more of a flow on defense, and we played together. We had a lot of guys contributing and playing at the top of their game, which is what we need. So, yeah, I feel like it's starting to come together, but we're not like complacent with where we are right now and thinking, oh, we have it all figured out. But we're in a good place to where we can build on this, and we're confident heading out of this game. So just to be able to build on this, continue to keep getting better, and not get complacent with what we have shown, but continue to strive and get better. But this is a step in the right direction, I would say. Gets me going on the offensive end. But just sort of embracing the 4 spot in the starting lineup and knowing that I have Dog coming in to relieve me of my duties. And it just helps me, and just to watch them go through some post drills at practice with CD. But yeah, I think it's timing and just embracing the defensive end.
You didn't need the sleeve today, did you?
No, I was joking with Nika. I guess it's not the sleeve, so.
Coach has talked a lot about the lack of consistency from one quarter to the next with this team, and today you played pretty consistently well offensively for sure throughout the game. Was there something that led to that? Was it simply, enough practices to kind of get things down, or was there better communication? Because he said last time you guys were lying about the communication being good, but why the consistency today?
I think it was definitely a focus in practice. After our UNC game, we had a practice, and he mentioned the ups and downs and flowy ways of our team, and the inconsistency of just playing a full 40 minutes where we're flowing on both sides of the floor. So that was really huge in practice, because sometimes we'll get a few bad possessions, and not allowing and dictating that our next 3 possessions and how those go. So it's like, once we are like struggling or we have a few bad possessions, just coming together, huddling, talking about what we need to improve on and what we're seeing on the floor to prevent those things from happening again. But a lot of it is just consistent effort, consistent energy, never letting their runs deflate us, but instead motivate us to go on our run. So I think it was huge focus in practice, but a lot of it too is just our mental approach when another team throws a punch or makes a run. I play much better if I'm engaged and locked in on the defensive end and making plays that way, because it sort of fuels me and then gets me going on the offensive end. But just sort of embracing the 4 spot in the starting lineup and knowing that I have Dog coming in to relieve me of my duties. And it just helps me, and just to watch them go through some post drills at practice with CD. But yeah, I think it's timing and just embracing the defensive end. Yeah, I mean, it's a game changer for us, just to have that sort of spark and plug off the bench, and whatever our starting unit does, to know that we have Aubrey coming in just provides a huge boost for us. When she's aggressive, when she's attacking, when she's not thinking, and she's just going out there and playing. She's a player that can do everything out there on the floor, and she was extremely confident today, and she completely changed the game for us on both sides of the floor. Do you want me to say my 5 blocks? Nah, I think honestly a lot of the stuff that was impressive tonight was from these 2, and it doesn't show up on the stat sheet. The deflections that they get, the hustle plays that they make, the boxing out that they do. I thought they did a really good job of keeping Cochran and the other big guys off the boards and limiting them to 1 shot. I think that was huge for us the entire game, just dominating the boards. But yeah, I think there's a lot of different things tonight that made the game the way that it was. And like I said, a lot of the huge things don't show up on the stat sheet.